We are in Prague Castle, well, like the castle compounds over here, and we just entered through one of the main entrances. So there's this entrance here, there's some side entrances as well, and there's one, I think main entrance is actually ahead of us. So we walked up the hill, a lot of steps, so just be ready for that. A lot of uphill walking up to this castle.
There was a cat on the steps.
There was a cat on, yes, it was like a black cat, yeah. It's very, very beautiful. Yep, those little slits in the walls for when they defended the castle and everything. So we're gonna go see like a lot of the buildings inside here and the cathedral, and hopefully get up on the tower of the cathedral. We bought tickets, it was about 18 bucks, 18 yeah. Canadian. Yeah, 18 Canadian for like students. Here's a rear view of the St. Vitus Cathedral. And over here we have some other nice buildings. We got a car coming through, so I'm gonna get out of the way. Nice little open space with tons of buildings. I'm sure there's so much to learn about like all these buildings. Each of them probably got a history and a use in the castle. Okay, so right over here, this is a great photo spot. You actually come down these stairs from the main castle grounds over there, and over here, just overlooking this little, I guess, outlook right here on this flat plain. Nice, beautiful views of the city, and we're all getting photos here. It's great. So here we are inside the Royal Palace, Old Royal Palace, I think. Very beautiful. Look at this giant hall. I wonder what they did here. I'll probably read one of the signs. It probably tells you, but it is a one-way. I think you gotta follow the arrows. This is a nice room over here. You get a lot of like natural light and some nice views of the city down there. So a lot of people are taking some cool pictures over in this area. But this is just like a little bit off the main hall area that we're in. And there's a cool model of the castle that kind of goes through like throughout history, how the castle was kind of built up, and like the steps it was took, because this wasn't all built at the same time, especially even the cathedral, which was kind of built in pieces, over 600 years. So it was just crazy, a lot of timelines with this castle. So here's what I mean. So a lot of these areas, these touristy areas, they kind of come in waves. So basically, there's a lot of tour groups that come through and everything, or like just a wave of tourists. Sometimes you might get the place pretty empty. Sometimes you might just have a lot of people. So it just depends on when you come.
Sorry. Oh, I can literally still be here and you can take your pictures.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Here we go. This is number 3. This is the Basilica. This is gonna be very cool because I just love churches and all their architecture. So we're inside the Basilica. It's a little dark in here because what they're trying to do is with these lights right here, they're trying to simulate the candlelight, just kind of similar to when we went into the theater in Český Krumlov. Now, so they have all these incandescent bulbs just to simulate all that. It's very nice. Again, the mural paintings, but as you can see, you can kind of see that a lot of the paintings have kind of faded.
We're
so
trying to take a picture. We're trying to do a group picture, and this is kind of
a group picture. I love group pictures. Let's do a group picture. Okay, back to it. So you can tell that a lot of these murals are kind of fading. So it means, I guess, they weren't able to preserve it fully. So we are missing some stuff, but it's still really beautiful. Something I also wanted to mention are these audio guides. So they'll be released around the castle and everything, and you can actually get one of the audio guides at the ticket booth, so you can understand what all these things are. Over here, this is the Hall of Arms. So they have tons of armor and weapons and everything from all over. We saw Roman gladiator armor, there's some armor for knights and everything. So very cool. There's a toilet, I guess, over there. Everyone's been throwing a bunch of coins in there, so I guess that's a tradition over there. Very little small stall. There's a torture room over here. That's pretty cool. Tons and tons of grotesque equipment in here. It's wild, wow. It's a very long line to see all this. So it's very cool. This is Golden Lane. We just finished going through it, and a lot of it is the kind of exhibits of the people who used to live here. So this is kind of like the living areas for the guards, maybe the servants and everything. So they live down here, and a lot of the houses are very small and compact, similar to some apartments in Toronto, basically. That's and there was a lot of cool areas in here, and yeah, it was little, kind of short little area to walk through, and you can just like look through some of these areas. Poor guy, really. Oh man, that must suck being held up there. This is Dominica Tower.
We can properly go inside the torture chamber here.
Oh, the Iron Maiden, similar. Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god, did you have to watch your pass?
It's really cool. Whoa. Torture chamber, crazy. Over here, they hang you from here, and they drop you right down here. But it's deep. It's really deep. People are throwing coins down there. So we just came out of Golden Lane, and one thing is, so we're headed to our last stop, which is St. Vitus Cathedral, which is partly free. You can enter the cathedral for free, but I'm guessing there's a few paid areas that you can gain access to. With our tickets, we got the main circuit tickets, so that includes the Old Royal Palace, which is like the Prague Castle area, and then the Basilica, Golden Lane, and St. Vitus Cathedral. Those four, and there's some other spots that you can also see if you get the other tickets as well. So there's like a separate category of tickets, and then to go up on the tower, that's also a separate payment for tickets right there. So they kind of have like tiers of tickets, I guess. You can also get a guided tour, so there's tons of options that you can go through, and yeah, basically just decide whatever you want to see. Okay, so we're in this area. The mass has just ended for the cathedral. There was morning mass, so if you come at morning mass, you can actually enter the cathedral for free. Now there's this huge line over here. I'm not really sure what everyone's lining up for. I'm sure we'll find out. If this is entering the cathedral, that's gonna suck, because yeah, it's just, lines are not fun. So we will find out when we get to the head of this line. A lot of people lining up here. This line is huge, actually. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no way those people are lining up all the way back there to like get here.
No.
There's no way.
No.
How long are you gonna spend? That's like,
That's a good like 30 minutes to an hour.
yeah, exactly. What the? No. We're in St. Vitus Cathedral, and there's these beautiful, beautiful stained glass murals over here. They're amazing. The line was extremely long getting into here because this is the main attraction, probably in this Prague Castle area. It's just crazy. Everyone wants to see this, and you do need tickets to enter here. There's a little free section, but that's only at the door, so there's no point of lining up if you don't have tickets, because you're not going to get any farther than the gates. So over here, yeah, just beautiful, beautiful area. It's a little bit under construction right now, but that still doesn't take away from the space that has huge vaulted ceilings. Look at that. It's huge. just amazed that they made this place. They created this place so long ago. This place is so tall, so high, and these stained glass and these statues and everything, and just all the decorations, architecture, ornaments, the detail put into this place. You see the detail on the outside, and you come in, and the evening, there's so much small little details that it's beautiful. It's amazing.
Hi.
What do you guys think?
This is beautiful. This is really beautiful. Like, damn. If I had known, if my ancestors chose Catholicism, I would have appreciated this a lot more. But like it's the details of everything that goes into this church is amazing. And I'm a sucker for glass stained windows, stained glass windows. There we go. And the detail. I can't imagine how long this took to construct every like each of them tell a story. That's what I love about Czech architecture. You can probably raise it to show your face. That's what I love about Czech architecture is that each building shows a story, a religious story, a nationalistic story, something that's tried and true to them and their nation, and especially what they went through with the occupations, especially the communist regime and how they removed anything artistic, anything that makes them artistically unique. And then now we are able, years after, to see this.
That's really well put. Damn, you should be in my vlogs way more.
Yeah, hey.
You can really voice, the amazing really well. Okay.
I'm actually coming for your job.
Oh shoot!
So,
okay, look at
this
that.
is my.
Okay.
Let me get the phone.
Vlogger in training. There we go. So we got past the bottleneck over there. There's just a little bit of a bottleneck just because it becomes very thin at that part. And there's this kind of silver statue that is pretty cool. So a lot of people like to take pictures there.
Mais on peut voir la mort de son Wenceslas parce qu'il a été assassiné par son frère Wenceslas.
Here behind me is the famous Kafka statue. Kafka was a very notable figure from Prague, and this statue actually can spin, so it rotates and everything. It looks really cool. It's very cool little. It kind of looks illusion, and it's just very fluid. But this statue actually spins on the hour, so every hour it will spin, and then it will spin for 15 minutes. There's a little show, and then it will just stop in facing one direction. So we actually were eating at a restaurant nearby, and we saw this spin a few times. was it. That's the show for Kafka's head. And basically the head was mainly facing like this way the whole time. So like I was lining up on the other side, and it was actually facing like this way most of the time. So it depends like on the angle you get to best enjoy the show. So basically like 15 minutes of him like going back and forth, shaking his head. There's times, yeah, it looked like he's shaking his head, turning his head around and everything. And there's some sort of moments where, you know, it was kind of like all a jumble and a mess, kind of like maybe representing dissociation, kind of like that. Or when it looked like there's two Kafka heads, or when like, you know, he was slowly turning his head and it looked kind of like a shadow following. So like he would turn his head, it kind of looked like a shadow. It was very like smooth, kind of like maybe that feeling you get like when you're drunk or, you know, on psychedelics or something, and you're like trying to turn and everything's like hazy and everything. So it kind of looked like that, which is really cool. And yeah, just by the hour. So I would definitely say like probably don't wait for this to happen. Kind of just, if you're in the area on the hour, just be like, oh hey, there's the Kafka head, and just come by and see it.